Hi, I'm Thirthankar Chakraborty. I'm an assistant professor in the Department of Liberal Arts, and I teach English literature. So it's an obvious yes, because interacting with students on a face-to-face basis is obviously one of the good things about teaching. You really get to sort of get your subject across, and also it's always a two-way process. You don't just teach students, but you also learn from that teaching process. So of course I do miss classroom teaching, but at the same time online teaching has been interesting. I mean, it's been an interesting step. I mean, it is something futuristic. I mean, if we are to think about the future, maybe this is what it will more and more sort of evolve into. So it has its problems, but it also has its positive things. I mean, and one of them being that you don't really need to. You can teach your subject from staying somewhere quite far, and you don't need to have that kind of distance. I mean, you can sort of communicate the same thoughts, the same kind of philosophic ideas or whatever it is across the spatial barrier, so to say, which is a fascinating thing. So I think that's one of the pros of online education. I suppose the lack of travel, that's one thing that has been a huge thing. So I'm sure, I mean, as students, you all love to travel, you all love to sort of visit places, visit the nearest coffee shop, whatever it is, and spend time with your friends. And knowing that in advance would have probably helped us plan our year a bit better, instead of getting locked down in a specific place. I mean, I'll not name any places, but at the same time, I mean, it would have been a lot more probably more interesting to be locked down somewhere nice. So yeah. I suppose online teaching will be carried forward in this semester until at least this whole pandemic sort of gradually becomes less, the cases become less and so on. The spread of it becomes less. And of course, there's the vaccination, of course, which hopefully will do something. We none of us know yet what's in store for us. But from a positive angle, I think we should all be hoping for the best. And maybe next semester we might actually get to meet and we might get to talk face to face rather than through the website, because I've been teaching a lot of these courses and I really don't know who I'm talking to for the most part. I mean, I know one or two of you, I've met you, maybe I've seen your faces, but yeah, that's something that I really look forward to. So maybe next semester will be again back on campus. Don't get depressed by the situation, I would suppose. Try and sort of keep your hopes up, and it's not all doom and gloom. Hopefully, there's a positive, bright light shining at the end of the dark tunnel. So I think that's my word of advice to you. Yeah, I mean, take this year as a means, as a stepping ladder, as a stepping stone to sort of progress and look at things in that sense. I mean, don't think of this year as being, as having affected you badly and just sort of, in some way affected your career or whatever it is that you look forward to. I know how difficult it is, but at the same time, try and sort of think of it in that sense. Try and sort of use it and think of it as overcoming this year to get to something else in the future.